Hello, hello. Return of the Maniscape. Return of the Maniscape is what I would say if he wasn't until, like, super late game. But, you know, it's still the same. I see Marissa B. Well, you better close your eyes and get dreaming if you want to see that. Oop. Did you watch the run? I did. I saw a little bit. I did not end up watching the whole thing. I hate to say. Ay! Finished Devil. I did finish the Devil. There's a little bit of like post game content in Devil that I could have done, but similar to like the post game in Labby 2, I was like, I don't feel like grinding that far. I feel like ending it on Shinky was a good spot. So I was thinking about, like, okay, I'll probably do some FMW, and then I was like, wait a second. I was thinking yesterday, while I was trying to get things set up for today, and I was like, I really want to play Labby 1 right now. So I was like, you know, whenever Labby 3 comes out, I'm inevitably going to play that, right? Like, I'm inevitably going to play Labby 3 whenever it drops. In, you know, 5 years, when the full game drops. But I should probably go out of my way to, you know, if I do this now, that gives me more of a break before Labby 3 drops. So I'm less at risk of doing them back-to-back, but I also really want to play Labby 1. Site lists at summer 2025. When did it have that listed on there? Out of curiosity. Is that like a thing he's put on there recently since the demo came out, or has that been on there for a little bit? Because not gonna lie, I'm hesitant on it. CRT shaders. I don't know how to set up CRT shader for things on my end, let alone on the streaming end of things. Oh, that would be funny. I have to go out of my way as well when I play the game to lower the refresh rate of my monitor. The Japan Indie Showcase. You say that as if I know when the Japan Indie Showcase was. Which I hate to break to you. I was not paying attention to the Japan Indie Showcase. It was 2 days ago. Okay, well, if that is listed on there like that, I'm a lot more believing. Although summer is a long period of time, so you got an English announcer for Live 2 Showcase. Oh, that's cool. You do it natively in OBS. Oh, that's interesting. I should have done this for Touhou Soccer. The proper way. play it like a Nuzlocke. I uses the plugin. Ah. Maybe I'll look into it at some point, but it's not necessarily a type of thing I'm the most interested in personally. Will I play as a Nuzlocke? I probably won't be enforcing any like super special rules, personally. Look at the aesthetic things, yeah, and I do like it, but I don't think I'll go to my way. I don't think I like it enough to want to go to my way to, like, set it up. And do I like it more than otherwise is also a question. Anyway, I don't think I will play Labby, enforce rules in Labby 1. We'll see, we'll see. I kind of want to play as if I am. I kind... Because I've kept thinking about it since yesterday. And I kind of want to play as if I'm enforcing things, but not actually. Partially for the sake of seeing how, like, reasonable, like, this is. Or, like, certain things like that is. I wrote that, no loss. Yeah, I mean, the idea was that was instead... Why you hate me? Lucky death. Well, that's why you strat around it, right? Isn't that how it works in Puppet Dance? You know, because I also intend to inevitably try hardcore Nuzlocke's of Puppet Dance. Isn't that how it works? You gotta play around the crits. The no loss idea came from the archetype of, okay, what if I try to, instead of enforcing true Nuzlocke, I can try to, like, play as if I'm Nuzlocking, and try to play safe, but not actually be... That's the term. But not actually enforce it. But the no loss concept idea was just simply, what if I just don't lose a battle? I need to pay more attention. What do you mean? What's not to understand? No loss means don't lose a battle. It means if people die during a battle, I'm not gonna play with them being perma-dead necessarily. Especially since, like I said, I'd like to see how reasonable a Nuzlocke is without actually, like, doing one, enforcing it. But what if I play in some line of, like, oh, if I lose, like, a battle, then I lose. I don't know how enforcing I'd be of that idea, but it's an idea I had. Stop. Now you sound like Game Glitcher. Well, losing in context of what? Losing a battle and you go back to the main menu, or losing as in you lose the run? Right? That's the idea for that. Versus you reload. Yeah, Labby 1 is different than Labby 2 in that regard. Which Labby 2 just takes you back to the camp screen. Well, Labby 1 actually forces you to the main menu. The run is over. That's the idea. Like I said, I'd probably soft enforce it in that I will try to play as if I won't lose a single battle, and if I do, see how long I can last without losing a single battle. Sounds more reasonable. Does it? I feel like permadeath sounds a lot less reasonable. In fact, permadeath is strictly harder. There's no world in which permadeath is easier. So even targeting priorities? Yeah. The way that the way that enemies target things is similar. Now there are of course enemies that like have unique targeting systems. Like certain moves that may have unique targeting systems. Although those are not that far or that common, I should say. For the danger zone. Well, that's also where like the hardcore Nuzlocke, where at least that comes in, and where I said soft level cap. Having some sort of, you know, level cap to things. You know, it's the same thing about, like, in Puppet Dance. If you frickin'... Okay, you know, you can go fight the first Miko battle. That's difficult, but if you're level 50, who cares? That's why they used level caps. They said challenge level with Labby 2. That's the thing. Challenge levels don't actually exist in this game. Labby 1 doesn't have them. So there are the wiki recommended levels, and there is the actual in-game level of the enemies. And I can play sort of off those is the idea. And determining what I want to do with that. Although even that ends up being slightly weird, because in-game, Mei Ling is designated as level 10, but Chen is designated as level 8, even though Chen is actually harder than Mei Ling. That's why I said soft level cap, until I can potentially have more knowledge to figure out how good I want the level cap to be. Hey, thanks for good luck, Ops. Appreciate it. The whole point of what I'm saying is play it is not necessarily enforce a challenge run, but play it as a challenge run and see how it goes. And also just enjoy playing the game at the same time, because Labby 1 is a very fun game. RG that can go wrong. Yeah, that's why you strat things. Like Labyrinth of Touhou is going to be extremely punishing for a challenge run regardless. Even regardless of which game it is. They both have their quirks for what's going to make them just awful. Or brutal, I should say. The good thing about Labby 1 is there's no evasion. So you don't have to, So the odds of getting cheesed by evasion and having that variable is gone, which honestly makes it a lot more, tolerable. Hey, look at that, by the way, 1,000 attempts of this. But again, half of this whole experiment is just to see, you know, okay, if I do some sort of like actual challenge run with hard enforcement, what's reasonable for this game? Because obviously Hardcore Nuzlocke of Puppet Dance is going to be very difficult, but definitely manageable. How realistic are some of these runs? Besides just, oh yeah, you know, play a run with these characters, and that's the only special challenge. Oop. Riding? Well, it depends on exactly, like, what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, you could do that type of challenge. I will say, I would actually there is one slight issue with Labby 1 in this regard. Because I've looked into trying to do this before. I literally would rip a full-on true Nuzlocke, but the problem is, if you have a complete save file... I gotta stop doing this fight right now. If you have a complete save file, and then you try to carry over to New Game Plus, there's an issue. All the carried over characters, join your party at their original... with original XP on them. How much XP they would normally have if they joined your party at the point where they would. So, like, Ron can, like, start the game at, like, level 30. Actually, I think hers is a little higher. I forget exactly. Otherwise, I would just rip it raw with every character starting out. It'd make the early game a lot easier. Is there no down leveling? Nope. No down leveling in the game. I mean, to be fair, all the characters do start at level 1. They just have all the experience to let them get to high level. Oh, Shakespeare, yep. It's like... Oh, I might be wrong in exactly how this works, but it's like, whoever you have in your party gains like 100% XP, and whoever you have recruited but not actively in the party gets like 80%, is like my best guess. Six characters because they're all overtuned. I mean, depends on the situation, right? Like, you know, the moment Ron joins my party, I am doing Ron strats. Probably. I really gotta focus up. And Ray moves the nuts. I went to Mana Scale. I only ever used Mana Scale really in the first game when I really was trying to make him work, or when I was doing one turn or like first kill grinds on floor 20 / floor 30, because he's really good for those. But otherwise, first of all, you don't get him till late game. He's also questionable exactly how good he is doing Mana Scale only. Now that's a game plan. If only he didn't have just the worst TP stat you've ever seen. Also, to address the yet again Chen go Burr, that's true. Chen does go Burr in this game. But she definitely goes Burr a lot less in this game than she did in 2. Like, 2's post-game, oh, Chen just... I feel like Chen is notably weaker in this game than in 2. Which is still good, because Chen was ridiculous. Also, playing Labby 1's actually going to feel really weird because there's no Aya cheese. You can't just when exploring, oh yeah, put Aya in the party because she's just broken. Bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Okay, I gotta get 6 more of these. Do my sounds help you sleep? That's kind of mid-damage. I mean, the cat meowing is pretty soothing, I will say that. No, it's not. It's tilting. Really? Or Auntie said it? Why do you say that? My auntie? Who says that? Uncles or aunts? Yeah, it's called my uncle or my aunt. We could say aunt, I guess, if you really want to pronounce it like that. The aunt? Are you saying that like aunt? Let's use a normal word. I've never heard that. I've like never heard a person in real life use that word outside of like a meme, maybe. In fact, the only, like, time that word ever, like, actually comes to mind is a terrible rap lyric. Shit, I'm actually on 901 of these. I was like, I'm gonna get to 900 and then stop doing Cats Walks. Turns out I went over 900. No, I'd say it's my aunt so-and-so. You could say aunt if you want, and I think that's fine. Over 900. Ha ha ha! That's a good one. To be fair, neither of my parents have a sister. So all of them, so my few are married and elsewhere. Well, that's not actually... Well, that is technically true. On my dad's side, he kind of has... There's mine over there who... isn't technically... But she is, because... reasons. So I don't, but I sort of do. I also have several great aunts. Or, sorry, great aunt. Sorry, great auntie. The fuck puts the E there? That just sounds so quirky. Holy shit. I sound like a fucking 15-year-old furry. I'm just so eepy. Gosh. Europeans, I swear. What do you mean I can't keep getting away with it? With what? I didn't realize he said that. Hey, I'm almost up to 50% cap rate on this, historically. That's pretty neat. You're a baneling bust? Is that a slur that like I shouldn't be saying and I'm gonna get canceled because I said that? So I don't know what that do not know what you're referring to. You Germans are another breed. Here today is a Thursday. That means tomorrow is a Friday. You know what that means? That means we're basically at the weekend. Didn't she announce that Tuesday night, not yesterday? Oh, I guess for you it would have been like early Wednesday. Like, I'm pretty sure I got done streaming on like Tuesday, and then I saw people talking about that, and then I was like, hold up, I gotta look at people melting down over this, because it was really funny. And then 4chan's down, and people were crying, and it was really funny to watch. That sucks for a night. Nice. My favorite comment was I saw someone who said after both of those two things happened, someone made a post I saw that said, "This might be the most important night in internet history," and I just stood there and I was just rolling. I don't use 4chan, and I've made my comments on VTubers a little before. I was just rolling. I was having a good time watching people. I don't use Twitter. I went on Twitter. I literally opened it up, saw trending Gura, and I just started scrolling and just having a good time before I went to bed on Tuesday, because it was so entertaining. /B. What was /B? I've never used 4chan in my life. My only 4chan experience is memes, that like people taking screenshots, of course, of 4chan posts. Is that important now? Isn't that like 9% of 4chan? Question mark? Use the random board. Sub 36-second kill? That's not common. Another one? I actually needed that one. 4 in a row, UNRs, by the way. Okay, game. I see you. Five in a row, UNRs? Uh-oh, yeah. I saw. Oh, that was ugly. Full shooting box and easy mode. That like the problem is it just doesn't. The spell doesn't work full shooting because you shoot the one that shoots back, and then it just disappears. But then she just swaps sides, so it's like you can't kill the attack. What does it even look like on easy? You know what? I'll give you like a couple seconds of love. Hate for the humble and rich. Ooh. Oh yeah, she moved. Why was I so? Oh, she moved. We're just gonna time it out. Oh. Oh. Oh, I actually killed her. There, are you happy? I do not know. No. You have one ask. You have the one. You wasted your one ask. I'm not doing it again. Puzzles fucker analyst, dang. Yeah. Better luck next time. You wasted your one ask. That was disgusting. You know that Petaflare can be disgusting at times? Crazy concept, I know. Why are you so far over there? She was further to the right than a KKK member. No focus? No. I respect my sanity. Maybe not that much, because I do LNN grind, but like... Here, I'll give you one thing. I'll give your Reimu B no focus. Okay, there you go. There's your Reimu B no focus. Possible. I mean, it's definitely possible. Is it realistic? Not really, but it's definitely possible. Like, I mean, eventually you just kind of get good enough where it's like, you're not really looking at yourself much. You kind of just get a feel of your positioning, right? Like, there are definitely people who could do, after probably a little bit of grinding, an Oku no focus. But I don't know if you'll find someone interested enough to, like, do it. Takunak would definitely be a little ugly, but like depending on how much like the 1 to 2 frame inputs are, I don't know how bad it it'd probably suck. It'd probably take a bit of practice, but I'm sure someone could do it. There are very good Touhou players, it turns out. I mean, I could probably do it after like a lot of practice, but like I said, I have no interest in trying to practice for that type of thing. I feel like you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who is remotely interested in that. You called, go for it, Sinman. You do it. You do it and let me know how it is. You can play with any shot type you want. Play your wonderful Marissa B if you want. Think of the clickbait. I don't make edited down YouTube content with thumbnails like, you won't believe what happened here. I got to Petaflare on a run. What happened next will shock you. Please, if I want to make clickbait videos to get people to rage bait, all I gotta do is, start making videos. Reimu homing is better than Persuasion Needle? Question mark? Pretty in-depth investigation is right up his alley. Is it right up his alley? First of all, I don't think that type of gimmick is up his alley. Second of all, I'm pretty sure Subterranean Animism is like one of his least played Touhou games. That must be no focus Fed Flare. Bomb drag? Yeah, just bomb drag. Like, doing the whole fight in a row is definitely possible. It's just how realistic do you want to do that?
You could probably do it on easy mode. You never specified, lunatic loser. I'm gonna do it on easy and clickbait the shit out of you.
Almost felt very tight. So did your mom.
Ooh, kill him.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back in a minute. 2 runs. Take this minute while I go pee to dwell on your past mistakes. Why are we talking about you? 11 was the one who brought you up for no reason. Don't look at me. Oop. For very good reason. Yeah, but I don't think your logic or rationale was, like, decent. Or sound or anything. Investigation. The investigation of beating Oku without focusing a single time. Like, perfecting the Oku fight without focusing a single time. Hey, thanks Arctus for the raid. See, I said it right this time. I didn't third try's the charm. I didn't mess up the name. Thank you for the raid, appreciate it. Look at how impressive, Cinnamon. I've never seen you before. Welcome. This grind growing. Well, it was mostly practice just before this. I just started trying runs. Practice was hit or miss. Like, I felt really mid against Satori. My orange stuff was going fine. Specifically, my cat's walk was going fine. My UNR was goated. I hit 5 UNRs in a row. So, we're so back, but... The grind is what it is. Oh yeah, that's true. How was the PCB going? I saw you were playing PCB. I noticed actually before I started streaming that you were playing. I timed out. Well, at least you can do it. Like, that's what I was interested in. Like, Takamak was, like, the one. I was like, I feel like that'd be the hardest to do, question mark, no focus. Get 4 CC on hard, not bad. Nice lag game, appreciate it. How's the Yomu problem? I know a lot of people a lot of people starting out in Touhou, myself included, earlier on struggle a lot with Yomu. So I always find it interesting to see how people fare against her. Because I know that she's a big wall to a lot of people in that game. In fact, she was arguably the biggest or second biggest wall to me in terms of the LNN. So I guess even now. That's bullshit. It is true. Until you safe spot it. Well, it's actually not even necessarily a safe spot. It's just a misdirection. Yes, Yoma's a bit tricky. The fact that you're not jumping on that bandwagon tells me that you don't think she's necessarily the biggest wall. Which is interesting, just because, like I said, I hear a lot of people when they talk about that game. Like, if I hear people who play the game on, like, high-level Lunatic, it's just them talking about spam. And maybe Hellgod Sword. But, like, otherwise, I hear people talk a lot about Yomu. Personally, to me, I don't know what I'd say my biggest wall in that game was. I almost lean towards the Prism Rivers and frickin' Lunasa because... Oh, that was a painful one. But I don't know if that I consider that a bigger or smaller wall than Yomu. Harder than Yuko on normal. I'd say that even on Lunatic, she's less, this is not optimal. Even on Lunatic, like, Yuyuko is probably easier than Yomu, specifically just because she's more consistent. But you're really gonna have to have that route done. Like, she's specifically only more consistent when you are smart enough, or not smart enough, that's a bad way to put it. When you're like, you've played it enough that you route it out. Get Merlin on my run. So, Sakuya gets Merlin, correct? So that means you're a Sakuya player? SMH my head. I have nothing against other people who play other shot types. Yes, unbelievable. Non-homing shot types. SMH in my head. Like, PCB is great. Oh yeah, isn't, like, Sakuya A, like, the best shot type in PCB? Okay, I knew it was one of them. I've never really touched the Sakuya, so I couldn't say for sure. My bad, my beat. You can flock to the chat to cancel me for having a wrong opinion. Yeah, everything that's not homing is terrible. Glad you understand, 11. But look at this, I'm not directly in line with her, and I'm still dealing a bit of damage. Woo! Actually, the nuts, dude. This shot type's so broken. Okay, Saki A. Doesn't Saki A have the funny bomb? I feel like that's one thing I remember about that is one of the Sakuya shots has a really funny bomb. Really silly bomb. Ooh, I almost went right into it. Once you see an LB. Nah, you too, Alan. No. Twisted practice. Yeah, I played Sakuya for like a couple minutes once. I forget which Sakuya. Because when I need to unlock the Phantasm stage, you need like a certain number of like spell caps. So I ended up playing a little bit of Marissa and Sakuya just for that purpose on like normal. But that was not that much time spent into that. Woo! Woo! Someone with an owl inside. Am I going out that left there? Yep, sure. Sure looks like it. Nice. Why does everyone stream at this time? Do they? I don't usually look at, like, who's streaming what at what time, but, like... I feel like I've always seen that, like, the American late afternoon stream time, it tends to be pretty bare. I mean, of course you got usually, Asprey, but, like, he's not, like, true shmup playing usually, so I throw an asterisk on that. But I guess I'm usually not browsing at like 6:30 my time here, so... My issue is that, like, if there's people I want to watch that I know of, it's like, it's always when I'm at work. Like when Fammy does his rare stream, and I like it's like, oh, he's streaming. It'd be a real shame if it wasn't like 1:30. First, having to work a full-time job, unbelievable! What a thing. I used to actually stream a couple hours later, but I ended up moving it up to here. Because A, I play slightly better when I'm not quite as sleepy. B, it's more European-friendly. And C, it makes me go to bed a little earlier than I used to. Yeah, these great Fairy Wars streams, true. I miss family streams, old Gold Medal Great Fairy War grind streams. Such a long time ago at this point.
Why?
I hate to break it out, but we think we might be being ironic. Does not do. Yep. First played Great Fairies Wars last year. What a coincidence! Me too. I think she moved down on that non-2, and then I went to line up the gap, but it was a little tight, so I ended up correcting it, but I overcorrected it at the end, so... Just another part of the Satori problem. Nothing unusual there. Cooperation, that's it, yeah. Hey, she didn't drop like a rock on the second go-around. Unbelievable. She's so kind to me. Hey, father. Ooh, big number. For now, hey, have a good one, Arctus. Appreciate you showing up. Actually, unbelievable. I'm exactly one follower off hitting the massive milestone of 150. No way. I do love how follower count, similar to sub count in YouTube, just does nothing. It just means nothing. So I don't think I ever said that. Nope. Actually, what's this? 11 will gift the next follower sub? Whoa, that's crazy, 11. You're so generous. What an honest and humble person you are, just like Tenchi. I like when she just parts the 7 C's for me. Don't do that, buddy. Also, so I taped my headset up yesterday, and then, like, it was like an hour later, the tape, like, just failed, and I had to untape it and then retape it. It's been good since, but it is... Really, I'd like if my headset were to show up. The problem is, I ordered it, and then it was like, okay, yeah, you put in the order for it, cool. And then I look, and it's like, it's still just like, oh, order request. I'm like, are you gonna ship it ever? Hello? It's like, when I ordered it, it was like, oh, it'll be here by like Friday or some shit. And it's like, I'm like, hello, it hasn't even shipped yet? Excuse me? If it goes down, I'm gonna have to use my monitor speakers. Excuse me, game. Why would you drop frames? Upstream had a tiny bit of game lag. Runs invalid. Must have slowed it down on purpose. Manipulating. Guess I might as well start pause buffering SMH my head. We're almost up to 600 Mount Uwus? I'm not playing very defensive right now on Mount Uwu. That was very aggressive. I gotta take a step back on it. I was really expecting the gap on the right to part more, and it didn't, and I was like, guess I'm going for this. I don't know how that worked. On how to get past Kasume. Take the bucket child out of her bucket and drown her. You know, 11, here's a question for you. How much of Impossible Spell Card do you have itemless? That's a bit poor in the damage department. But I think I was able to make it up at the end there, so... Not the biggest fan of those waves, but what are you gonna do? Clear's a clear. It's about 70%. I believe it. I was just curious. Some day 10 ones. Well, that's, I mean, perfectly reasonable, right? Like, although the game is balanced more towards the late game being harder, that doesn't make it necessarily true. In fact, there's no Touhou game where that's necessarily true, where it's just, oh, the late game is always harder than the early game. In fact, in like 3 of the hardest runs in the market, USD, LOL-K, and like, you know, the terrible DDC shots, it's like stage 3 or stage 4 in USD hosts like potentially the hardest part of the run. In PDH, it might be harder than Dorming on 1. Okay, but like the point is, it's like in the running. I don't like these nons. Amelia's Nightmare was certainly an attackable, but... I love Satori. Attempts on it. I did not get that high. But that one was garbage. Yeah, look at these possible spell card nerds going off in chat. SMH. But you should play a real Touhou game like Great Fairy War. Thanks, game. Ooh, I did not time down the second mid-nod. Oh, Dodoy, you're supposed to do that. Was that sketchy? Yeah. Is this the world's saddest one miss? Yeah. Does it matter, though? Kinda. For really a problem? It's not like... It's a problem in the way that if there's any popcorn, I don't want to do the single restream strat on the right. I find it too inconsistent, in my opinion. If there's no popcorn, I'll do the single restream. But if there is popcorn, I'll do the one where I start in the left and do the double. What, 18 through 20? Does Hunter's Black Market not exist to you? Does that game, did you forget? Does that game, are you one of those players who, like, I don't like the game, so I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist? Like a route. I mean, it's not as much of a backup route as much as it is, like, I used to always do the double stream. And then I switched to the single stream after that LMKJ run. But if there's popcorn, you don't really... I mean, you can do it. It's not the end of the world. But I find it's a little too inconsistent, in my opinion. I actually like 18.5. It might be my my second favorite of the spin-offs. I mean, I didn't love it by any means. I definitely prefer the traditional games, but... I liked how 18.5's card mechanic worked. Yeah, sure. Let's just have a perfect stage 5 right now. Really? Shoot the ball in double spoiler. I shoot the ball in double spoiler are my favorite games. Hey, I like double spoiler more than shoot the bullet. Probably because I had an easier time with... to be honest, I should have died there 1,000% of the time. I don't know how I didn't. I really should have, because I wasn't looking at the screen for a second. That was cuter than Aya. I might agree with that, but I was more saying that and just that double spoiler caused me less pain than shoot the bullet. Like, double spoiler, the only two attacks that really come to mind are the Satori lottery and that one Iku attack that made me want to, like, blow up the moon. You mentioned, yeah, Iku gave me just, like, Iku was the worst. Like, shoot the bullet was worse because there were attacks that literally took me multiple hours to do. Double spoiler didn't have that. Double spoiler just had, like, the two annoying attacks, and even then they didn't take that long. There's just the one Iku attack and the Satori lottery. This would be the world's funniest oneness. That's actually not true, but it would be pretty funny. Ooh, you want to give me a perfect Oku so bad, game. Was this miss? It's a one miss. Don't get too over the moon. Or over the sun. Satori's first spell. Perfect hypnotism, I think it is. And this attack, if I'm not careful. I don't like the corner. Thank you for giving me a way out. Had to flare my beloved, capped with 33 seconds. Yeah, the point of Valley in the bottom left is always a good way to tell if it's actually on pace. Especially because you gain, like, half of that value in, like, stage 1 alone, so... It's usually very obvious if there's a death or not, if you know what that number is. And, like, what it should be. Taco, 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 man. I love Sub-Sun. You want to give me a good Sub-Sun so bad, Oku. I still stand by it. I think phase 2 of this is technically the hardest phase. Try not to have a 1 miss with the dumbest death to Satori. Impossible challenge. It's my second one. Third 1 miss, second one just to a fucking Satori spell. That's not one of her too hard. Oh, fast forward's broken. We don't get a fast forward today. That's so funny. I love that. And you, that's me? No way. I don't believe you, Zoom. They exist. It turns out every attack exists in the game for a reason. Everything can kill. So I have 3 1 misses, and 2 of them are to Satori, so that means Satori's the hardest part of the game. Who ain't what? Or what are you saying? Yuji Kisan. I do not know who you're talking about. Glad that Bambi does. Okay, I'm gonna take a pee break before I do like 1 more, probably. Okay, I'm back. I love how I'm looking at the pond outside. I'm gonna take a second. I normally don't put anything in the TRS, but I feel like that one just I'll make a comment on. But I love how I go upstairs and I look at the pond because I get where I'm getting water facing the window directly outside of that, and to the left is the pond. I look out there, and every time I look at it, it's just here's the female duck here's the male duck just following the female one. It's fine. Take a breather anyway. Before I go to another. Oh, Satori. We go again. Not even Mountain Toss? Hypnotism? I would have rather it have been Fog Labyrinth again. At least it would have felt more fitting. This is most terrifying, yet apparently. I often do a double tap on it. Hey, have a good one, Sammy. Appreciate you showing up for a bit. I normally do a double tap, like, and I did it that time. I just sometimes, you know, sometimes you whiff. Let's try a mimer. The nice thing is, it's so outrageous that I can't even tilt over it. Like, I can't even be mad. It's just one of those things where it's making me smile. Things we need to do to appease Satori. It's so much. It's not. That's. I'm not that much of an masochist. You share my browser history with Satori? I mean, yeah. I don't think you have much of a choice. Right? Like... Like, if Satori was around, she'd find out your browser history whether or not you wanted her to. Rest in peace, my graves. Yeah, I saw that one coming. I should have kept playing further on the right. I messed up the initial line, so... should have kept it going on the right. It's like literally half of like the point item value gained in the entire run is just in this stage. Okay, parse. Oops. Don't do that, kiddies. Move on. We'll be back tomorrow.